Today, in this discussion, we are going to talk about the general structure of a research paper. Now, warning, any discussion on such topic has its limitations because the author is always constrained by his scope of knowledge and experience. What is presented in this video is based on my own experience started in 1984. And during this time, I have published over 300 peer-reviewed papers and over 40 monographs and special topic volumes, covering a wide range of disciplines, such as economics, data analysis, finance, history, management, mathematics, meteorology, philosophy, physics, sociology, systems research, and others. Now, let's look at the general structure. Publishable research generally have to wrap around an unsettled problem that is important in some regard. In other words, the entire paper is composed around a central topic where the problem addressed needs to be important somehow, and an intelligent solution is provided. Now, how do we establish the importance of the problem we are addressing? We generally need to review relevant publications and the state of the most current study of the problem, and what the current paper is about and how this paper contributes to the existing literature. Now, how do we develop the solution? This is the general approach. Okay. Now, first, we need to introduce all relevant backgrounds, and then critically compare relevant methods and theories. The key here is the word critical, because when we compare the relevant methods and theories, our goal here is not saying how great they are. Instead, we want to see what good about them we can use and what are the weaknesses we are going to work on. And then we develop our new method or theory with the detailed steps on how this method can be applied. And then we should provide rigorous proofs on how the new method theory works, and apply the new method and theory to solve the problem of concern, followed by a simple case analysis. Now, if the new method theory can be established fully as described previously, that would be ideal. However, in a lot of incidences, only a method theory can be developed without rigorous proofs, because such proofs generally can be very, very difficult. Now, one example comes to mind is the so-called Dirac function, which is widely studied in physics and mathematics. When Dirac used this function in his theory of physics, he cannot really prove why such a function actually exists. And only after several decades of thinking, many or several different scholars provided several different approaches to show such a function indeed could exist. And now we come back to our discussion. Also, sometimes only a theoretical result can be established without the detailed procedures of application. So the pity here is we can establish a result theoretically. However, we cannot outline steps on how this result can be actually applied. Now, to complete the presentation of the paper, we should, if at all possible, point out the paper's limitations in terms of theory and applications. And this is very important because reviewers would point them out anyhow. So let's point them out as a guideline for the next stage research. Once again, to establish the importance of our work, we outline the potential research, practical, and social implications. And then we list unsettled problems for the next stage research. Now, these 3 parts generally are used to show the significance of current work, encourage others to follow the train of thoughts presented in the paper. That is, we like to use those steps to increase the citation of the paper by others. Now, let's look at one example, because what we just discussed earlier can be very abstract to many people. So let's look at a particular situation. Now, the problem of concern here is, in any group of people, why is there always a person or group of people who dominate the entire group? So that's the question. We can ponder over this scenario, and we see such phenomenon in our lives all the time. Now, the importance, how do we establish the importance of the problem? Studies along this line lead to understanding of leaders, formation of leadership, herd behaviors, and other related issues. Now, let's look at how such problem is important in our modern world. Okay, so to further demonstrate the importance of this problem, we list different scenarios from different aspects of life. So first one, we look at the group behaviors observed in summer camps. When children come together to a summer camp, most likely these children do not know each other before they come. However, somehow, leaders naturally emerge. And secondly, we look at the successes of various schools of thought in history and how they become recognized, and other examples. Then next we develop an explanation, use systems research. Why is that? Because this phenomenon seems to be a group behavior, reflect an organizational dynamics between individuals placed together somehow, show how parts and whole are connected naturally to form a community. And so, based on what we mentioned here, this whole social phenomenon should be seen holistically, that is, using systems research. Now, to make the presentation self-contained, we are going to list all relevant concepts of systems, such as what is a system, what do we mean by leveled system, and what do we mean by centralizable systems and centralized systems. And then, based on all those relevant concepts, we establish a theoretical result, and this is going to be the highlight of the paper. Now, to show the usefulness of the result, we are going to develop very detailed explanations for the appearance of the Polish School of Mathematics, the growth of Nicholas Bourbaki, a French school of thought. Then, beyond that, we outline how a new school of thought could emerge out of the forest of many, many schools in the world of learning. And this part actually highlight the importance of this paper. Now, for all those interested readers, please consult the following paper. And the case study is entirely based on this paper, published in 1988. Now, to write a paper well, practice is the only path. So, to really become good at writing quality scholarly papers, one needs about 10,000 hours of practice, which is about 10 to 15 years of constant writing. And here, this estimate is based on the assumption that we have a regular job and our writing is done pretty much in our spare time. And this estimate is exactly as what is claimed by Mr. Gladwell in his book, Outliers, The Story of Success. And that is also what is confirmed by my own experience in terms of scientific writing and publication, which started really in 1997. That's the time I realized, which is the time when I was in second year in college, when I realized the importance of scientific publication in my life. Okay, this wraps up our presentation and discussion today. Please direct your comments and questions to my email. I would love to hear from you, and I will discuss your comments and answer your questions in the following videos. Thank you very much.